Dear students, let us continue a study of this paper, which is forensic chemistry and explosives, and in this particular module we shall try to study the commonly used harmful chemicals. And if we try to see what are the learning outcomes of this module, after studying this module you shall be able to know about some notable chemicals which are known to have deleterious effects. You should be able to know about their chemical nature and properties and the products which may contain such chemicals, and you will be surprised to know some of these used so commonly. Now, beginning with the introduction part here, forensic chemistry is a wide ranging term that if taken factually would comprehend most of the functions within a crime laboratory. Techniques used in forensic chemistry are also used by the toxicology and trace analysis divisions. However, forensic chemistry by and large refers to the controlled substance or drug analysis, investigating the physical and chemical properties of a substance is very central to forensic chemistry. Without an appreciation for these properties and the scientific method, forensic chemistry would not be possible. Chemical properties, if we talk about, they are the properties of the substance that can be described through a chemical change only. Chemical change, it requires a chemical reaction to occur between the reactants, producing new products which in turn are again chemicals. The chemical properties of a substance are described by the reaction that occurs and the products that are formed, which are also chemical compounds. Even though the precise manner in which the physical and chemical properties are examined for each substance varies, the analysis, they are based on the principles of the scientific method. And if we talk about the scientific method, it begins with observations. Experts try to establish interpretations and they look for developments or patterns. As soon as the expert find what appears to be association amongst the observations, they propose a theory that tentatively expounds what is being observed. A strategy is then formulated to check the theory, and eventually the strategy is carried out and further explanations are made. If the new observations contradict the original hypothesis, then a new hypothesis is proposed and finally it is confirmed. However, if the new observations corroborate the original hypothesis, then the experts habitually select to formulate a subsequent plan to further authenticate the hypothesis. For example, when an unidentified substance is submitted to a chemistry division of the forensic science laboratory, the forensic chemist will first notice the properties of the substance, and subsequently a hypothesis will be proposed as to identify what substance is really. And this is a very decisive stage for the reason that the analysis to be performed is different for each unknown substance. It is well settled fact that every chemical is a poison at certain dose and state. Every chemical is capable to cause deleterious effect at certain point of time. However, it obviously depends upon several other factors. Chemical products can be acutely toxic, which means they may possibly reason injury such as corrosive injury instantly. They may also injure the environment. A chemical material contained in an object can be absorbed by human skin, accumulate the dust inhaled, or finish up in the natural environment. A large amount of chemicals also result in a large amount of waste materials, which in turn can percolate hazardous substances. Organisms can be indirectly affected by the substances which leach into the natural environment, and they further spread into the soil and water and then into the vegetables, fish and so on, and then finish up on our dinner table. So, we should be cautious about all these. So, what am I saying? Dinner table? Yes, you are hearing it right. There are so many daily use chemicals which have harmful effects. Let us try to know these. There are some widely known chemicals and additives in body and food products amongst countless chemical substances, and many of these chemicals, they are supposed or identified carcinogens, toxins, hormone disruptors, poisons and contaminants. Let us try to know more about them one by one. Let us begin with the asulfame K. The asulfame K, here K stands for potassium, and this is used as a substitute of sugar required for dietary purposes. It is generally found in edible products like desserts, non-dairy creamers, chewing gums, tea mixes, instant coffee mixes, in gelatin puddings. Asulfame is a potent carcinogen and may increase cancer in human beings. The next such compound is acetone. Acetone is mainly used as a solvent and widely found in the nail polish removers. Its absorption is very high in the blood and may cause irritation to nose, throat, lung and eyes. Increased pulse rate, high blood pressure, nausea, vomiting, unconsciousness and coma are the symptoms of acetone poisoning. It is also responsible of the shortening of menstrual cycle in women. Long-term effect may damage the liver, kidney and nerve synapses. The next chemical we will be talking about is the acrylamide, or its variant polyacrylamide. Acrylamide is produced naturally in some food products when they are cooked at very high temperatures. Acrylamide is used for the manufacture of polyacrylamide gels, treatment of drinking water and wastewater. Acrylamide is responsible for causing cancer when consumed in large doses, and it also causes nerve damages in human beings. Next thing you are already aware is the alcohols. Alcohols are generally used in the manufacture of toothpaste, antitussive medications, mouthwash, astringent, cleanser, country made or foreign made alcohols, etc. Liquors, other than its intoxicating nature, they are also famous for their oncogenic and also hepatic disorders promoting nature. Oral cancer may possibly occur more frequently as the intake is by and large through oral congestion. Talking about the next chemical is the alkyl phenol ethoxylates. The alkyl phenol ethoxylates, they are generally found in bath detergents like shampoos and bubble bath soaps, and this chemical is known to cause the reduction of sperm count. Talking about ammonium glycolate. Ammonium glycolate is a photosensitizer potential to increase the risk of sunburn and skin cancer by increasing UV light exposure in deep skin layers. This stimulate may cause immune system response that comprises creep, burning, rashes, scaling and blistering of skin. It is also a diffusion enhancer that changes the structure of skin, letting other substance to enter the skin and consequently raising other chemicals to spread into the bloodstream, and this is commonly found in various body products. Talking about ammonium persulfate. Ammonium persulfate is found in the hair colors and bleaching kit sensitizers, and it can set off immune system reaction that can comprise of itching, burning, rashes, scaling and blistering of skin. Next is aspartame. Aspartame is genetically modified synthetic substitute of sugar. Complaints of vertigo, headaches and even seizures have been reported linked to its use. It is believed that aspartame can also alter the behavior by affecting the brain functioning. Aspartame is found in artificial sweeteners and some body products like shaving gels. Talking about benzene derivatives, apart from the food preservatives, they are found in body products like shampoos, shower gels, bubble bath gels and other cosmetics. They can cause headaches, increased heart rates, tremors, confusions, unconsciousness and even death at high level when inhaled in doses. As benzene is a very well known carcinogen and it is also endocrine disruptor, it can also cause birth defects on exposure. It is also an eye and skin irritant. Talking about coal tar dyes. Coal tar dyes are found in hair dyes, dandruff shampoo, toothpaste, junk food additives. It is a well known carcinogen and besides its cancer inducing property, it is also responsible for severe allergic reactions, headaches, nausea, fatigue, asthma attacks, nervousness, etc. type of complications. The next substance is coumarin. Coumarin was formerly used as an active ingredient in rat poisons. It is a potent carcinogen and is used in manufacturing of deodorants, skin fresheners, perfumes and shampoos. The next chemical we will talk about is the diethanolamine, abbreviated as DEA. It is a chemical which is used as a moisturizing or condensing agent in soaps, shampoos, sunscreens and hairsprays. It blocks the absorption of nutrient choline, which is vital to brain growth in fetus. Talking about formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a suspected carcinogen and neurotoxin. It may be deadly if absorbed, drawn in or swallowed or taken through skin. It can cause edema, spasms and is exceptionally damaging to matter of the mucous tissue. Formaldehyde is commonly found in many nail care products, baby shampoo, bubble bath, deodorants, perfume, cologne, hair dye, mouthwash, toothpaste, hairspray, nail polish, etc. Talking about glycolic acid. Glycolic acid is found in creams, lotions, cosmetics. It is a diffusion enhancer that changes skin structure, letting other substances to enter in the skin, raising the quantities of chemicals that reach the bloodstream, skin or sense organs. As a sensitizer, it can prompt immune system responses that can include itching, scaling, burning, irritations and blistering of skin. It also acts as a neurotoxin, kidney toxicant, gastrointestinal and liver toxicant. The next chemical in line is hydroquinone. Hydroquinone is found in skin enhancing baby products and hair dyes. It chemically alters the skin natural structure by inhibiting the melanin production. It is a powerful chemical and severely toxic in nature. By inhibition of melanin production, it makes the skin susceptible to skin cancer. Talking about isopropyl alcohol. This type of alcohol is found in many body products and disinfecting sanitizers. It is moderately toxic and can cause decreased pulse rate, hypotension, narcosis, headache, dizziness, depression, drowsiness, hallucinations, respiratory depression, vomiting and even coma. Next one is cajoic acid. Cajoic acid is found in different skin lightening products and is accountable for damaging skin and making it prone to cancer by inhibiting the melanin production. Next comes the monosodium glutamate, or which is commonly abbreviated as MSG. Monosodium glutamate is a flavoring agent used in several ready to eat fast foods. It is an excitotoxin which causes nerve damage and allergic reactions. Neotame. Neotame is a reformulated aspartame which requires lesser quantities than aspartame to attain the similar sweetness. Neotame, just like aspartame, contains aspartic acid, phenylalanine and methyl ester. Neotame is found in soft drinks, pharmaceuticals, processed foods of all kinds. Talking about olestra. Even though it is fat free, it is fatal to humans. It attaches to valuable nutrients and flushes them out of the body. Some of these nutrients called carotenoids appear to protect us from such disease like lung cancer, prostate cancer, heart disease, macular degeneration. Olestra replaces fats in fat-free foods. Talking about phthalates. Phthalates are accumulated in the body and then can damage liver, lungs, kidneys and reproductive systems. Phthalates are found in vinyl flooring, plastic wallpapers, perfumes, hairsprays, deodorants, nail polish, hair gel, hair cream, body and hand lotion, etc. Talking about polyethylene glycol or PEG. Polyethylene glycol is moderately toxic, eye irritant and a potential carcinogen. Many glycols produce several acidosis, central nervous system damage and congestion. It can cause convulsions, mutations and surface EEG changes. Polyethylene glycol is found in cosmetics, body products, foods and lotions. And now a very common chemical that you use and your food cannot be without this is the table salt. Yes, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, which is commonly known as table salt, it can produce eye irritation, hair loss and dry and itchy skin, and it is found in shampoo as a thickener. SLS, that is sodium lauryl sulfate. It is a detergent derived from coconut oil and may be labeled natural or even organic. Found in toothpaste, soap, shampoo, body wash, bubble bath, facial cleansers. It forms up in heart, lungs, brain and liver from skin contact and may cause damage to these organs. It corrodes hair follicles and may cause hair to fall out. It can damage the immune system. It contains endocrine disruptors and estrogen mimics and also impairs proper structural formation of young eyes. Sometimes it may contain carcinogenic nitrosamines. Talking about the next chemical, which is sodium laureth sulfate. The ether mixtures may contain carcinogenic nitrosamines. It may form dioxin, a possible carcinogen, endocrine disruptor and estrogen mimic. It permits other chemicals to penetrate the skin more deeply and enter the bloodstream. It may cause hair loss when applied to scalp. Largely found in shampoo, body wash, bubble bath, toothpaste and soaps. Now let us talk about triethanolamine. Triethanolamine causes allergic reactions including eye problems, dryness of hair and skin, and could be toxic if absorbed into the body over a long period of time. Repeated skin applications of TEA based detergents resulted in a major increase in the incidence of liver and kidney cancer, and this is very commonly found in shampoos, skin creams, bubble bath, shaving gel, conditioner and lotions. The next chemical we will talk is about toluene. Toluene is poisonous to human beings and it may cause hallucinations, bone marrow changes and also may cause liver and kidney damage and even birth effects. It is an endocrine disruptor and potential carcinogen linked to brain cancer. It irritates the respiratory tract. Generally, it is found in nail polish and cleaning products. And finally, we will be talking about triclosan. Triclosan is found in a lot of antimicrobial soaps and toothpaste products. It can react with chlorine in the tap water to create chloroform, and this is a toxic chemical that can induce cancer. Hands washed with antibacterial soap that contains triclosan may emit fumes from this chemical reaction. So, all these chemical compounds I have talked about is something you are having in your life almost daily. So, as a forensic scientist person, you should be familiar about these, and if there is a case where they have been ingested or there is a overexposure to these, then you should be able to detect and try to analyze that which of these substances based on the symptoms and then further investigate the case. So dear students, let us now summarize what we have learnt in this module. We have studied that forensic chemistry is a wide-ranging term and if taken factually would comprehend most of the functions within a crime laboratory. Techniques used in forensic chemistry are also used by the toxicology and trace analysis division. We studied that everything is made up of chemical substances and the synthetic chemical substances and substances extracted from nature. Together they have contributed prominently to increased richness. However, some of these have also triggered severe damage to human beings and also the environment. Not all chemical substances are harmful, but they can still pose a risk if they are handled inaccurately and beyond a prescribed concentration or limit. A number of chemical substances do not degrade but accumulate in the bodies of human beings and chemicals, and some chemical substances are harmful in that they give rise to problems such as allergies. Children and young people are more sensitive to chemicals than the adults, and this is partly because their bodies, including the brain, hormone system and immune system, are not fully developed. This means lifelong consequences will be there if the damage occurs during childhood. We studied that chemical products can be acutely toxic, which means they can cause damage such as corrosive injuries straight away. They may also harm the environment, and a chemical substance contained in an article can be absorbed by either human skin or accumulate in the dust we inhale or end up in the natural environment.